Hello, welcome back again to the OmegaTarot channel. I am your host, Gabriel, here with a reading for the Aries Collective. And Aries, if you're wondering, why would I choose a Monday for our readings? Well, being an Aries myself with 3 Aries placements, I was actually born on a Monday. So that's mainly the reason also why I chose, Aries. And because, I'm going to just do Aries, I figured, okay, all the fire signs get Monday. And if you have any other placements, you can watch them throughout the week. It's going to be air signs on Tuesday, it's going to be water signs on Wednesday, and it's going to be earth signs on Thursday. And I have some sort of a special thing going on where probably on Friday I'm going to do a collective for the whole reading for the weekend or something of the sort. And certainly a bonus to the highest viewership for any of the signs. So I'm going to just throw that in there. Aries, I know Aries, being an Aries myself, I really enjoy tarot quite a bit, and I know many other Aries that also do. But without further ado, just jump right in. Before, a little bit more housekeeping also. I want to just reach out once again. Man, we are the spiritual community keeps growing and growing because of subscribers like you that have joined in and watched the channel consistently. Thank you so much. I am extremely grateful every day that I see how much support we're getting for from the spiritual community, and of course we're forming this soul tribe, a little bit at a time. It takes a village to raise this particular child of ours, so to speak, figuratively speaking. And with that, what else do we have for housekeeping? I think that's about it. Oh, yes. And in the different format, we already did this for Capricorn for their bonus read, the first ever Capricorn collective reading where I actually laid out a Celtic cross for them. So moving forward, I'm going to be doing Celtic crosses for the individual reads. I got 3 decks, and I like to keep it fresh, so I'll probably be using 3 decks for the main spread of the 10 cards plus a clarifier deck for kind of just seeing if there's anything else we need to see. And a special bonus with this one right here. From now on, we're going to be throwing in the Moonology deck to see what kind of guidance we have. Now, as far as the Moonology deck itself, I'm going to read what it says on the card, but I'm also going to, if I pick up any intuitive feelings, any readings on that, any sort of message that really resonates, I'm going to, relay that to you over. And I don't know, maybe even it resonates with the rest of the reading. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to put the Moonology aside, just temporarily. Move the clarifiers a little bit, and let's jump right in, folks. Oh, I'm gonna grab a timestamp for you guys. And let's just dive right into the reading. Thank you very much once again for joining. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Don't forget to do that so we can keep the energy going. Keep the channel growing and keep it flowing, right? I mean, that's what it is. Let's see. What do we have for the Aries Collective? Starting with the crowning reading, the crowning energy for the reading. That's the first one. It's going to be our presentation to the world. It's how we're feeling presently, right? In the Celtic cross spread, the first one out is always going to be that initial read. What are we feeling like? Who we are, as in the sense of what we're feeling presently. One card out, the Magician. What a wonderful card to start off the Aries collective reading. I don't even turn around the decks for this one. I'm just gonna put this aside. The Magician, Gemini energy. This is also a little bit of Virgo energy because this is Gemini. We have Mercury transiting through Gemini, and Mercury is the ruling planet for Virgo. And so, what does this tell us? Clearly, that we're manifesting something, and the universe has granted us all the tools for us to just do anything we want. So what is it we're manifesting? I know what I'm manifesting as an Aries. We're manifesting so much abundance and peace and stability from that endpoint, from that standpoint, consistently every day. And it starts with the thought, right? The thought of abundance and just really, I don't like saying tricking the brain, but the brain is trickable, so to speak, as Deepak Chopra would say. My mom would be very proud that I say something like that too. But when it comes to manifesting something, we have all the power, and it starts with our mind. So manifest something amazing by thinking about something amazing and really sticking to that message, Aries. We're really good at this. I know, a lot of Aries. If we set our mind to something, we can do anything, right? So let's see what else we have for the Aries collective. Now we're going into the challenge position. Let's see what we have as a challenge. I'm just going to pull one card for the challenge from this deck. Oh my goodness, look at this. So maybe the challenge, and look at the synchronicity going from the 1 to the 2, which is a high priestess is a challenge. So maybe we're feeling that there's something in our intuition that's being blocked, perhaps. Maybe you need to realign the chakras, you know? But that's just something to consider. Maybe there's something that we need to really dig deep within in order to be able to manifest what we need and want in our environment, in our surroundings. But again, it starts with ourselves. So what is it we're telling ourselves from a very intellectual standpoint, and then follow that up with the intention, and then that will lead towards us taking the action, if we so choose to finally manifest whatever it is we want to manifest. So the challenge position coming out with the high priestess, certainly perhaps some sort of intuition block, but that can also be unblocked with our own minds. We have the power to do that. Let's see what we have in the subconscious position. The Lovers. Now, this is taking a sort of interesting reading with regards to perhaps a love connection. And actually, I'm going to cover up our beautiful lovers here because, we never know if YouTube would consider that indecent. I certainly don't. I don't mind. We're all born. I just mentioned my birthday earlier. Being born on a Monday. We're all born with our birthday suits anyway. So here we are, the Lovers. And what was I saying earlier about choice? We have the choice to manifest anything we want. We have the choice to unblock our intuitive aspects of our soul, of our minds, by aligning our chakras. So this is clearly talking about choice. I also want to highlight there's three major arcanas here right away. What else do we have? Now we're going to go for the how we present ourselves to the world. The fourth card. Death. Oh, wow, another major arcana. Just putting that out there. A little bit of Scorpio energy. More Gemini with the. I didn't even call out the signs. We have the Magician. That's clearly the Gemini. We have Gemini also with the Lovers. Might be dealing with the Gemini because that's two synchronicities there. We also have High Priestess. That's Pisces all the way, and we have Scorpio. A little bit more water energy for Scorpio from the Scorpio card here. There. What do we have for Aries now in the past energies? What were our past energies? Perhaps this could have been causing the block, our past energy. But let's find out. Disappointments. Well, that clearly would block our intuition, won't you think? If we're feeling disappointing with the Five of Cups, of course we're going to be feeling a certain level of disappointment if we let it, right? If we choose to just be in this energy of disappointment. And one thing to point out about the Three of Cups is that if we choose to look at these cups, we're also choosing not to look at the ones that are not that are behind us, the ones that are not spilled. These cups are toppled over, they're spilling back into the pool of consciousness or this river of consciousness. And there's two more behind us that we can clearly just, turn around, take a look. Look, this guy's even wearing black like me. So this could have, I can certainly resonate with this energy for sure. But it's really more, you're not going to catch me with my head down, right? This is us deciding to keep our head high and then moving back and saying, okay, I'm going to look at these other cups. And I didn't even touch up that much on the energy of the death card, how we present ourselves. What I mean by the death card is, of course, it's never a literal death. We are presenting ourselves in the form of a transformation to the rest of the world. We are holding our head up high on this horse and riding in and showing this change to everyone else. So this is how we're presenting ourselves with the death card, and it's a huge, huge manifestation that we put together. A new, perhaps, personality, so to speak, a new change within your life, and people are taking notice. What do we have in the future card here? The sixth one out, death, or with the devil card. Maybe you're dealing with the Capricorn, a little bit more Cancer with the Five of Cups. But here we are, the death card. Let me cover these two lovebirds out also. So what I'm getting out of the death card, or excuse me, the devil card, is that perhaps we're just a little bit in the world of maybe being too obsessed with something, or maybe in the future we might feel like something might be too constricting, holding us down somehow. But again, and with energy, energy is not created or destroyed; it is transformed, and it starts with our thoughts. We can choose, and we can manifest anything we want. And as long as we unblock this particular energy of the high priestess, we unblock our intuition so that we can finally speak up, perhaps, and say something about how we're feeling, how we recognize how we're feeling, we move on from that. Otherwise, we can get stuck in this obsessive nature or some sort of controlling behaviors that we, quite frankly, set for ourselves. Let's move away from that energy, and let's see what the universe has in store for the advice. And this is going to be a new deck now, the Gilded Tarot. What do we have as the advice on the column here, the seventh card out? Let's find out. And then we'll go on to the clarifiers, Aries. I hope you're having an amazing week. You have an amazing weekend. I know for some it's a holiday, especially in the United States. Let's see, what do we have here for the advice? Look at that. When we have Five of Cups coming back in the past over here on the left-hand side of the deck, of the spread, we have an energy of a past disappointment. But see the advice here, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, complete satisfaction and bliss about how we're feeling about ourselves. The advice is cheer up. Yes, this is something that we are manifesting, and we should be very happy about our manifestation. So don't get lost in the sauce, as they say, right? Don't get lost into this energy of feeling like things are turning down, or feeling like we're just too tied down and our manifestations might not be coming in. The advice is clearly your wishes are coming in. Something amazing is coming in for you, Aries. All we have to do is make those choices. Subconsciously, you're making choices already. And look, if this is a love reading for you, perhaps you thought that the having a connection with someone would tie you down. If you resonate with the love read on this one, it could be that you feel that in the future, if you engaged in a particular love situation with someone, that you might feel tied down or over controlled by this person. I'm sorry to say this, Aries, but that's your ego talking. Let that go. That's the advice here. Let that go. Don't be overindulgent on the ego. Don't overindulge yourself with thoughts of perhaps being tied down or too controlled by someone. Again, we have the energy of choice, and choice is something within our grasp that we can manifest anything we want. So let's see what could be influencing our environment with the 10th card out. Excuse me, 8th card out. The Hangman, of course, the feelings of stuckness. I want to also point out there's a lot of majors in this, and that resonates heavily with the Death card. We have a lot of change coming in, and we with the High Priestess are challenges that we might not be speaking up. Perhaps the High Priestess is known as a rather silent sufferer, very complex card for a lot of reasons. And when we talk about the High Priestess, she's all about that intuition. She doesn't really speak up. She holds all the secrets in, keeps them for herself. The Hangman describing that, and more Pisces energy, and that's why I'm making that connection with the High Priestess. The Hangman coming out in the environment is clearly saying that something around us might be stuck and out of our control altogether. And with the Devil in the future saying, hey, look, maybe we're trying to obsessively control the outcome of something, but the environment is not ready yet. Perhaps the environment around you needs to see things with a much different perspective in order to see you manifesting whatever needs to happen. So when we manifest, through our thoughts, through our intentions, through our actions, but the environment also plays a part. So let's not rush too quickly into things, is what I'm getting out of this, and let just the universe go. We might feel like the universe and the environment around us is a little stuck with this Hangman energy, but that just means we just need to give the universe time, patience, and a little bit of well, faith, right? Have faith. Let's see. What else do we have for the Aries collective for the week? And this is going to be the ninth card out. It's going to be the energy of hopes and fears. And we'll see how it comes out depending on how we're feeling the energy is. Let's see. This one really, really wanted to come out. Hopes and fears. You know what? I think this is more of a fear in this case, in the sense that maybe we're fearing that we're not going to go back to how things were. Because the Six of Cups is highlighting a form of nostalgia, maybe a reunion with someone. Now, if this is a hope that you have, maybe you hope to reunite with someone from your past. And this is a deep, deep, deep spiritual connection with that particular person, because the Six of Cups talks about that union. There's even two people here. It could be someone from your childhood, as a matter of fact, because it's depicted with two children. And here we go. Look at that. Now, if you have any children, maybe perhaps I have two children myself. They're minors, and I can certainly, hope to see them again soon. I haven't seen, spent a lot of time with them recently. So I certainly hope to see them again soon and really spend more time with them. That's really one of my hopes that I resonate with. But what are you resonating with? Oh my goodness, this card just really wanted to come out as I'm looking up. The outcome, a Two of Pentacles. Interesting energy to as the outcome. I'm going to put this deck over here and start with our clarifiers. The Two of Pentacles talking about juggling. So the outcome is that perhaps, the what I'm getting as an advice for the outcome is if we're juggling too much, maybe it's time to drop some of those energies that might be too constricting, right? Perhaps. So here we go. If we keep juggling too much in our lives, that itself could just tie us down because of the choices we made. So even though you're heavily in an energy of choice, of manifestation, of evolution of some sort in your personal daily life, for instance, we can still tie ourselves down if we're juggling way too much. So the outcome is more of it also almost resonates as a little bit of advice as well, that if we keep on going down this road, we're going to end up juggling way too much. So now it's a matter of saying, okay, maybe we need to drop some of these pentacles and really just focus on one. Let's clarify some of these energies. I want to clarify the Magician first. That's our crowning energy with this card right here. Queen of Pentacles, my goodness, talk about manifesting abundance and generosity. The Queen of Pentacles clearly highlighting that energy right here. She is the one queen that's got it all, right? She's the one that highlights the abundance that culminates into the Empress eventually. The Empress being the culmination of all four queens. But, the Empress gets her abundance from that energy of the Queen of Pentacles. The abundance in the form of money, real estate, some sort of financial gain, maybe a job or career advancement, but she's got it all. In some of these other decks, she's also like next to a peacock, which also signifies a lot of abundance and radiance, very, very confident, very poised energy. Some of the signs that I haven't called out, let's see now. For the Two of Pentacles, we have a little bit of Capricorn, and I'm getting a little bit of Taurus. With the Six of Cups, definitely getting a lot of Cancer. And with the Queen of Pentacles, that's Taurus energy all the way. Also, so you might be dealing with the Taurus. Well, what else do we have now for the Lovers over here, down here in the subconscious position? I want to see what's going on with the Lovers. Five of Wands. So this could be maybe a conflict you had with a particular individual in your energy. Maybe you had a fight with someone, right? Or maybe you've been kind of ignoring this particular individual is what I'm starting to feel right now. A nice resonant energy with the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. Now, when it comes down to fives, that's all the energy of change. That resonates with the, this card right here, our death card, right? So we're projecting a sort of change into our environment, and the environment is responding, perhaps not as quick enough with the hangman energy here, but it's changing around you, and it's all due because you had some sort of perhaps revelation, right? I'm getting an epiphany, and epiphany is also resonating hard with the High Priestess and the Hangman. So maybe you had some sort of wake-up call, Aries, and you realize that perhaps fighting is not the way, is what I'm getting, and your subconscious is making a very, very different choice for you. Maybe you're starting to have more dreams. That's the other thing, too. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, what are these clarifying? I didn't even say it, but let's just put them out. Five of Cups again. Well, look at this. This I'm just going to put right here because I feel this is our past energy resonating heavily with these two guys. The Four of Swords, the Five of Cups again, a double synchronicity and 555 on the board. Again, a highlight of change, a lot of spiritual change, especially with all these major arcanas. And if you add up 3 5s together, you get 15. This Devil card right here. So there's clearly an energy around you where you're perhaps obsessing over seeing that change in your world, but the environment is not ready. The environment is in a hangman position right now. It perhaps folks around you, or maybe your job, or maybe love of your life somehow needs to see things differently, within you and your energy in order to be able to be with you on this manifestation that you're on. Now, with the Four of Swords coming out, interestingly enough, we haven't seen a lot of sword energy. This is the first sword energy card we're getting. This is the energy of taking a little bit of rest. Maybe in the past, because of this disappointment, which is very, very clearly highlighted, some very serious past disappointment, it forced you into this energy of Four of Swords. The energy of just saying, okay, I need to hold back my energy, meditate a lot more, and really be in tune with my intuition, which is your challenge here with the High Priestess. I want to clarify the Death card, please. What do we have for the Death card? Oh, this one really wanted to come out. Look at that. Highlighted. Seven of Cups. Look at that. Spoiled for choice. The energy of having too many choices or confusion. And what I'm getting out of this is that through your spiritual evolution that you're going through, you're now clearing the confusion out. That's what I'm getting out of this, because you're going after your Nine of Cups. You're going after that energy of just total amazing wish fulfillment. So now, what do we have for the energy of the devil? I want to see what's going on with our devil energy here. Someone want to come out. What's going on with the devil? What's going on there? Ace of Wands. All right, so this is definitely, wow, no kidding, the energy of temptation. Perhaps this is a warning, right? That perhaps don't let yourself be tempted to go off in the wrong direction. And what I mean by that, make better choices. Don't be, if you are feeling conflicted for whatever reason, and still, feeling some sort of disappointment, here again, going back with the advice, if you want your wish fulfillment to come through, to come true, don't be tempted by silly choices, because in the future, if you are tempted, it's just going to tie you down. That's what this is saying. All right, now let's give one more piece of advice before we wrap this up. I want to see what's going on with this high priestess in the middle. As far as the advice from spirit with regards to what the high priestess is telling us, I want to get one more, and last but not least, with the high priestess. And maybe even the hangman energy. But first the high priestess. I'm gonna get a nice shuffle. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me loosen these buddies up right here. Oh, well, this one really want to come out. Celebrate. Wow, look at that. It's perhaps you just need to go out and celebrate it more anymore. I think this is really, Three of Cups, the energy of reunion, the energy of celebration. It just kind of fell out of the deck as I was moving it, so I'm taking it. And when it comes down to Three of Cups, it's not about necessarily a third party situation. I'm not necessarily getting that. If you are in a commitment with someone, then perhaps there could be a third party around you that you're not aware of, right? Not aware of, High Priestess, but you sense it very heavily, and that can certainly be blocking your intuition, because if your heart is out of sync for whatever reason, and you can feel that there's some sort of friction in there, right? Five of Cups, a lot of disappointment. Five of Wands, friction and conflict, things of that nature. Then perhaps that's good. That's really just gonna just continue propagating out to the universe as a continuation of that feeling. So what we want to do is switch the energy off and say, all right, I'm not going to be in my head about this. I'm going to unblock my heart chakra in my own way, maybe through practicing self-love, and really celebrate that out. Like really go out and celebrate with the world. This is the advice that I'm getting out of the clarification with the high priestess. I want to get one more for the hangman, actually. Let's see. All right, this one going to come out. The devil again, my goodness. Look, wow. Synchronicities galore on this channel. I keep telling everybody, when the devil comes out in the environment, I'm clearly seeing that in your environment there's a lot of temptation, perhaps a lot of controlling energies, and if you let them, if you choose to allow these energies to control you, they will. Right now they're stuck. Maybe the environment around you is trying to obsessively control your energy, Aries. And if there's something I know about being an Aries, is we don't like to be controlled in any way, shape, or form. We like to do our own thing. We're the first, leading sign in the Zodiac. We're the adults, so to speak, and the first adults in the say. So we have to act as adults. Out of all the zodiacal wheel, we have to act as adults, set the example, be the leaders. And if the environment around us is stuck and toxic, which is clearly what this devil is resonating with, the energy of just too much control around you, that makes sense that you would pull your energy from that with this Four of Swords. You'd be like, no, I see that the energy is too toxic. I'm not going to even entertain it. But this is saying that let it fly, let it go. There are a lot of things that we just need to release. And perhaps the environment just needs to finish adjusting, because the environment also plays a part in our daily lives. Who we talk to, the people around us, in our neighborhood, if there's particular things we don't like, things like that. I mean, I love my neighborhood, don't get me wrong. So I don't feel that resonates with me necessarily. And I've learned to, in very sometimes very painstakingly ways, I've learned to move on from toxic energies entirely, given that I know that they're just not good for me. I recognize myself. I listen to my intuition. I know how to deal with third parties, quite frankly. I've been subject to that myself plenty of times, even though I'm I'm an honest person. with integrity and very, very loyal as an Aries, as I would expect from most Aries, I suppose. But here we are, the energy of perhaps a lot of temptation in your future, because the energy is resonating as the temptation coming in from the environment, the energy resonating with two devils, the environment and the future. So if you're being tempted by your environment, perhaps to get into some sort of passionate connection with someone with the Ace of Wands, uh, yeah, just keep in mind that you can have all the fun you want if you choose to also accept all the consequences from that as well. So now, as a bonus, let's throw in the Moonology card. What do we have for the Aries Collective to wrap up our weeklies for today? Let's grab another one. I want to get one that really pops from the deck. Let's see. What do we have for the Aries Collective from our wonderful Moonology deck? First time for the Aries Collective reading out of this deck. Oh my goodness. Beautiful card to come out for the collective. Prosperity lies ahead. A new moon in Taurus. So this could definitely resonate with you. I don't have my calendar with me, but I'd suggest looking up the new moon in Taurus. We just had a full moon in Cancer last week. So maybe this resonates with you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you cast out a certain intention on the new moon in Taurus. The last one we had, it just escapes me. I gotta pull up my calendar for that one. But here it is. You're manifesting prosperity. What am I saying about that Queen of Pentacles? That's all about prosperity. That's all about abundance from the tangible sense. And really, abundance and prosperity doesn't always have to be, money. It can be any form of wealth in any form or fashion. It can be money. It can be real estate. It can be just an abundance of love for yourself and those around you. And that's the type of prosperity we should always go out for. Now, because this is Taurus energy, and I mentioned the Queen of Pentacles being Taurus energy, that heavily resonates with manifesting a great deal of money, Aries. And when it comes down to money and real estate and things that just remunerate in the form of dividends, maybe stock options, things of that nature you're dealing with. But this is all about just building that wealth and abundance for your empire, Aries. And with that, that's what I have for your reading. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the new format. I'll still be doing the collective readings every week, and maybe throw in the weekend readings as well, Friday and Saturday. So stay tuned for more. Thank you very much once again. I'm very grateful of all the support from the spiritual community. Let's keep it going. Keep the energy flowing, all right? Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time, Aries.